Hi Flosstube, it's Marissa from Marissa's Stitching Lifestyle in Christchurch, New Zealand. Welcome. Today is October the 2nd, 2025. And this is Flosstube number 59. My mind just went blank then, if you couldn't tell. So I have quite a bit to share with you today. We have a sampler home from the framers. Thank you very much to my framing fairy for paying the last little bit off. Really appreciated it, and namesake really, if you didn't notice when you did it. So thank you. Oh, you made my day. Very, very much so. And I'm not going to mention your name, but thank you very, very much. So we have that. I have my whips, sampler whips that I've been working on. I have stash sampler starts. I have 2 starts, and we'll do a summary of everything that was in stash sampler starts for this year. I have an October 1st start as well. Another sampler, yes. And I have, oh my gosh. So for me, Christmas starts in September. Well, actually starts in August when the Christmas fabric starts arriving at work. End of August, beginning of September, we get our first kind of little bits of Christmas. Then come this time, in the last 10 days, we've had pretty much a lot of Christmas arrive. I know there was more today coming in. So for me, Christmas has already been a month in the making. So I've been itching to start ornaments, and you'll see how itching I've been. I've also made lots of progress on my samplers. So I haven't given up on those, don't you worry. Okay, shall we start with the framing piece coming home? Okay, she's on a chair because she is ginormous and she is heavy. Okay, so, oh, we're going to get the ring light, aren't we? Alright, I might just have to insert a photo because that's not going to work. Hold on one moment, please. Let's just turn the ring light off. I have to work out where that glare keeps coming from. Okay, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Oh, you're going to get all the glare. Sorry, guys. And Dale. We put it like that. Okay, here she is. Oh my goodness, she is gigantic. And she is big. She was a big girl. I can get all the lights off. There is her true fabric colour. Right there. Now I have shown close-ups of this when I did finish it. Whew, she is heavy. Sorry for shaking the table. And Dale was stitched on 40 count that I dyed myself. God, that glare really is going to annoy me today. I don't know which way we go. Alright, we're going to leave it there. We're going to put it back on the chair. And you can see it without the glare now, can't you? Okay, I decided I'm just going to film in Dale and we're going to add her in. Alright, so here we go. I may blow it out and I do apologise. It is conservation glass, not museum glass, so you do get those light reflections, especially when you're trying to film. But oh my gosh, the beauty and the colours in the Dale is amazing. I enjoyed so much stitching this. She was finished being stitched last year, and just for being such a big girl, I knew I had to not rush in and get her framed. I knew she was going to be a very expensive bill, but well worth it. Here we go, second layer. I love how the colours just pop on the fabric. So stitched, like I said, on 40 count that I dyed myself using DMC threads. And I love how DMC is so consistent with its colours, and they just pop so nicely. You run out of one, you can go back to the shop, get another one. The dye lot is still the same unless you've used an older one from your stash. So what I do is if I'm doing a big project like can, or a big sampler, if I'm going to do it in DMC threads, I will go and buy new threads. And you're going, Narissa, you have lots of thread. I do have lots of thread, but I use my odds and ends and my non-full scales for doing like my Christmas ornaments, or my little wee cushions, something like that, that if it's not working, it's going, you know, if it's not going to use a lot, it doesn't matter if the die lot's different on the next one that goes in the series. But so love how all of these will come down the bottom here, and you see those, that sea of green. Something about green grass, isn't there? But there we go, tree of life. So this is probably, I think it's my first real big Shakespeare peddler one, and I absolutely love it. It won't be my last. I will definitely be stitching some more. Just don't want to trip over. Trying to come back so you can see all my background. Get up there so we can get rid of the light. There we go. So she does live up on the wall, up there at the moment in that gap there, and I'll put her back up safely and then we'll resume. Okay, so she's now back up on the wall, and I may still get that light glare. I'm so sorry, guys. There we go. Watch out for the cat tree as well. So she's at home next to Elizabeth Weston from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. Okay, so that was Andale. Sorry if it's not the best video. She is, like I said, she's a big girl. She's really hard to video. But I will hopefully the video worked out and it is in there. She's now up safely up on the wall down the end here. So still room for another couple. But we'll see. So I've had lots of people inquire about the fact that the wall's getting really full, and I've still got lots of samplers I'm stitching, so I'm just going to swing you this way, guys. There we go, past that one there. On here at the moment is getting ready for Christmas in my vacuum cleaner, but there's still that wall there as well to use, and I've still got another one over here behind me, only a half wall because there's a great big window in front of us here. Okay, so that was my most exciting, oh my gosh, to bring her home last week was just wonderful. I loved stitching on her, and to see her fully finished like that and up on the wall, just my heart just beats with joy. I can say that. I love the process of stitching all these projects, and I love completing them, but I also like having them up on the wall like I do. I am a progress stitcher, but I also enjoy the finished products. And eventually one day, hopefully, the house will be full. There's I might have to buy a bigger house to make room for the samplers, but we'll see. Okay, a little bit of waffling, sorry. Rightio, shall we look at my other whips? All right, so a rest thread a day. Stitching with my lovely ladies. There's a few of us now, quite a few. I'm not going to name one because I know I will forget somebody. Rightio. Cats are having a go. Louisa Coulimore is my red thread a day from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. She has been stitched on 56 count cream, swagart, linen, using 103 silk threads in colour 6. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be one of those days. I've got lots to do. I can't be dropping things. Is it gonna focus? No, 648, real burgundy colour. It's beautiful. Okay, so I stitch 1 or 2 threads every morning, depending on how much time I have. And this is where I'm at. It's Louisa. What have I worked on? Oh my goodness. We finished across the border here. I can't remember how far I'd got there. I finished off the couple of rows here. This one was about halfway through, and yes, back here at the U, I think. So we finished that, finished off a little bit there. Added in some more on this alphabet one. The birds. Did this part here this morning. Done the whirly there. Oh, the little anchor. These guys here have been added in. I think that's about it on that one. She is looking gorgeous. So I'm trying to do a motif down here, and then any extra thread left over. That's why sometimes it's one thread, sometimes it's two. If I have, sometimes even three actually. Well, it's three to do this, and then what did I finish off? Oh no, I didn't have enough. I was going to come up and whatever I had left and put in, you know, the next letters along, but I didn't have enough this morning. But there we go. There's Louisa. Isn't she beautiful? Can't wait because Mary's up next. Right, we're going to run out of space. Here we go. I don't want to lose my silk thread. So sorry, I'm going to pop it behind you on my little cabinet thing beside the couch. Ready for tomorrow. So Louisa, we've done. I need to actually write on here and Dale. Okay. One of my other samplers I've worked on this fortnight is While Iris Naps. Mary Gibson, 1828. This was an exclusive from Homespun Needleworks, but I believe it is available now. I got it when it was part of the Facebook group as a kit. So I have my, it's a nice mess, isn't it? Weeks, Dieworks threads. So this one I'm doing as part of the Runner Stitches marathon stitching, and I am 15 threads behind at the moment, and I will catch up. I was 30 something last fortnight. I've done the stitching plus caught up 15. So here is where Mary is at. Where did all those threads go? So we did a little bit more in the border here, another thread of gold, and then I started another one here, but it was the end of the page thingy, so we didn't go down any further. I came over and I had the 1, 2, 3 berries at the top. I put the other 3 in, and I've now done part of the vase. I've still got to go back and do the greenery, but I wanted to get into this big beautiful tree here. And this is where the majority of my threads all went, because pretty much a thread was 1 and kind of a half a berry, if that. So yeah, not quite as much stitching time as I would have liked, because I would have loved to have been caught up. I haven't even looked to see what he did last week, and it's already Thursday, but that's all right. I wanted, more important, to get this filmed, and I can stitch away this afternoon while it's all uploading. But there we go. She's been stitched on. Oh goodness, here is my little piece of paper. Fish in the bag. Doesn't have a tag on it. Hold on a moment, please. There we go. Here it is. 40 count Thornfield linen by Needle and Flax. And like I said, with the cold for weeks, dye weeks. I love stitching with weeks as well. Is actually I like stitching with pretty much anything. I just like stitching. Okay. Mary's going to sit here. My next sampler that's in the pile here is one that I've been pushing to try and get finished. Busy here. And I have put a day and 2 days into this, and I mean full days, and a couple of evenings, and I got my goal. I didn't get finished, but I got the mental goal that I had for myself, because I knew I wasn't going to get it away. And we are talking about And They Sinned from Examplars from the Heart, and I've been working on the full coverage down the bottom here. I love this project. Okay, so here is where we're at. So the first shade of green is now all filled in, right down to the last little stitch in the corner. And if I pull it in closer, let me flip this side. Yeah, kind of, you can see where that second shade of green is coming through. So I've still got to come from basically here down and then here across. So there's still another go at this, if not two. I did do, I needed a break from this part once I got to the end. So I came up and started filling in some more of the solid green grass up here. And we got quite a bit, because I started at this end. Quite a bit done on that. So yes, what was it called? I just want to say, this is on 40 count, which is the recommended. They say to use 3 shades of each of the green in this sampler. I had to break into the little bit of DMC. So in this last little bit over here, I think it was about the last 6 rows, I literally had to do the bottom leg. I did the bottom leg in DMC, and then I did the top leg in the Weeks Dye Works. There's not really a lot of difference when you look at the two together, but I knew there would be once they were stitched. So I wanted that so it still looks when it's completed that it is the same. So that was the shutter green, which is the darker green in the grass at the bottom here. And apple green, I think it is the lighter green. So hopefully I've got enough for that. But I've used more shutter green up in here, because that's all the vine as well. And if I'd known I was going to run out, I would have done the vine in DMC and left all of the other fruit in the grass. So there's something to think about. Maybe ordering that extra skein just in case, because I'm not wasteful with my thread. I mean, you know, maybe an inch and a half, but I don't really throw away big lengths, and it hasn't really been anywhere. And I thread up needles and just go for it, so it's not like I'm losing anything. Just don't quite get it, but that's all right. So not long. Whew. 1 or 2 more sessions, she'll be done. Can't wait. Now when she is framed, is going to go over here on this wall over here. So see that gap there under the cross stitch? Well, my arms can't reach. Under the cross stitchination there, that is where And They Sinned is going to hang. Okay, because at Christmas time that should still be up too, don't you think? I think so. Okay. Oops, we're going to drop everything down. And it was school holidays, or it still is school holidays, and my granddaughter was here, so I'm down another board. She was painting and stickering, and I went home with her. So I'm going to definitely need to go and buy some more boards for presentation. Okay, my next whip was Mary Ann Diaper, 1829, from Hands Across the Sea samplers. She is such a beautiful sampler, and we're getting close on this one too. This is a goal as well for this year to be finished. So here is Mary Ann's full picture, and where we're at now. Bring it in so you can see. Okay, so the tree trunk and branches were done. the red berries, I guess you would call them. They were on there. So I had to stitch all the green leaves. And then I came up and basically this one here gets repeated over here. So bring it in, you can see the blue outline, and you can see I've started filling in the pink. So there's a lot of filling to go to finish this one off. This one here is going to come up here. There is still got to finish the 1/1 wording at the top. Still got to do the rest of the flowers and leaves on the border. A little bit on this side, definitely along the bottom, and back up this other side here. What else I got to do? Oh, there's some butterflies and stuff. So there's these little wee red butterflies, and they look like butterflies. They could be, yeah, I'm going to say they're a butterfly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Got to finish the berry bowl in the middle. Tree. So yeah, I've got another couple of sessions on this one as well. I would say maybe, definitely by the end of the year. Definitely. As much as my Christmas stitching bug is here, sampler one, I'm not giving up. I want these. I've got 4 I want finished this year by the end of the year. Okay. So there you go. There's Mary. Now she's my only 36. No, she's not. Correct myself. She is my current 36 whip, but one of my new starts is actually on 36, not 40. I don't know why I thought it was 40, but it's not. With DMC threads. Okay, and my last big whip that I worked on was Sarah Brazier, 1829, from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. She was Queen of the May for 2018. She was the first Queen in the May, and she's gorgeous. So it's about time she was finished, isn't it? 56 count with DMC threads. There's lots of lovely neutrals in this. I love it. Okay, this is the one that has the Queen of the Satin stitches, but we did do a little bit, not a lot on them. Right, so I didn't get a lot of time to stitch on Sarah. It was the weekend I was working, so a little bit of 1/1 stitching here. Finished off all of this. There's still a flower up here and a bit of vine there and a couple of flowers there. And that was literally it this time around. Like I said, it wasn't a lot of stitchy time for her, but this was also the weekend that I started my other Stash Sampler. So every fortnight this gets one weekend, and They Sinned gets the other weekend. Currently They Sinned gets the weekend that I'm not working, and Sarah gets the weekend I am working. Just because I want They Sinned finished first, and then I'll probably swap this one out, and this will become my not working weekend, and then Mary might become that weekend. But I quite like working on Mary in the evenings. I think it's because it is that 36 count. So there we go. Isn't she beautiful? Yes, definitely. This is another one to be finished by the end of the year. So the 4 you've seen, plus Louisa, plus Hannah Campbell. They are the 5, not 4, 5 samplers I want finished by the end of the year. Big goals, I know, because when you see my Christmas stitching, you're going to go, where are you going to find time? So there we go. So I didn't get stitch on this because I did my new starts, and I haven't put her on a board. But here is where we are at. Oh, she's going to blow out on her colour with Hannah. It's her bottom there. I've just got the fabric folded over. So quite a bit of stitching still to go, and this is a lot of 1/1. So Hannah will be coming back out into added into my rotation a bit more coming up. Put you down there, Hannah. Okay, let's just check our list. Let me see. Sarah, yes. Sind, yes. Mary, Mary. Make sure, yes. Okay. Stash sampler starts. 2025 started 1st of August. Am I going to remember the order I did them in? Let's see. Okay. So, Stash Sampler Starts number 1, 1st of August, was Louisa Coulimore. Okay, so you've already seen her today in the Flosstube. We're just going to quickly show her again. So this is where I'm at the end of Stash Sampler Starts. This is my couple of threads a day in the morning before work. So hopefully she'll be finished by the end of the year. Okay, so there's Louisa. Righty-ho. Number 2 was a moment, please. Yep, there it is. I knew it was here somewhere. Got them all on strategically on different spots, so I know which ones I've worked on, which ones I haven't. That is in this fortnight. Okay, second one was Elizabeth Stephenson, 1854, Queen of the May for 2025. Oh, she's beautiful. Now, I'm still humming and hawing whether this one is going to have my grandmother's name in it or whether I'm actually going to do Hannah as my grandmother. I just haven't decided. I love the pinks and stuff in this. And I haven't put any more stitching into it other than my start. And this is where she's at. So, she won't be pulled out for a little wee bit because, like I said, I want to finish those others. But Elizabeth is beautiful. And I love seeing everybody's progress. I'm doing mine on... Did I write it down? We are on 46 count cream, so I got using DMC threads. Beautiful. And she is in her project bag that I made. Let's read that one. Love this. Okay, she's going to go there. Number 3 was, of course, it's the one that's buried at the bottom. Okay, number 3 was the Needlework Casket. And that one was found in Sampler and Antiques Needlework hardcovered book from 1994. This one was published. Love this. So I have worked on this one. I picked it up the other night and put some more stitches into it. So we had the tree, the fence and the bird. That was my start. Gosh, busy here. Okay, so I have now come up the side of the house. We have part of the roof, the chimney, and coming along just about at the next chimney up here. I then came down because this is all part of the brickwork of the house, and I wanted to kind of get that so I could start to get to the end to know how wide we are. And I know it's going to fit because I've done all my measurements. I'm just going to take that out. Stitching this on 40 count with DMC threads, and it will be going on this beautiful bamboo sewing box that I purchased from Spotlight. So that was my stitching. Love it. So not a lot, but a little bit more progress. I'm just going to pop. The sewing box comes with a little tray. I'm going to pop that in there so I don't lose it. Okay. Start number 3 was Maria. Maria is here. So Maria is, and I might have to insert a photo. Maria is the one that is done in 5 different parts to make up the one big sampler. You can do it as individuals or as one big sampler. There is a bright colourway and there is a muted colourway or gently faded colourway. I'm doing the faded colourway. I do believe Attic also does a silk version. Okay, mine is being stitched on 40 count caramel machito from Fibre on Whim. I'm using the called for threads, Gentle Art sampler threads, gorgeous colours. Okay, so I did do a little bit more on this as well. All of this was done from my start. I finished off the birds. I had their brown bodies, but I didn't have their legs. I think I had the red piece. No, I didn't have the red piece in between. And then I started on the vase with the ready for the next flowers and stuff that will go along there. Right. It's probably true there to the colours, but gorgeous. And you know what? After having we forgot to turn the light back on again. I need a big note on it to remind me. But there we are. So Maria did get a little bit more love, which was really nice. This was on a afternoon that I couldn't settle on what I wanted to stitch on, so I kind of just picked up everything, did a couple of threads, and that was good. Let's just have a look. Where are we at? Maria. Okay, next was a stitch along with some of my friends, and my next start was is it Anais Curveur 1896 from Reflex to Soie, and this is gorgeous. So there's about 1, 2, 3, there's 4 crossstitch people, and I think there's about the same Aussies, and we all started this together, and we're all stitching on different fabrics, some using silk, some using the DMCs, some are using the soie d'orge. Everybody's sort of got slightly different, and they all look so different but so beautiful. So here is mine. Mine is on a piece of 40 count that I've dyed myself. Now I started in the top centre flower. That was my start, was that. Then the next time I put in the words and then started part of this, and then the other night I started filling in the white flower. So we pretty much stitched this on the 15th of the month. But depending on the day of the week and what shift I'm on, I have been trying to make sure I at least put a thread in every week, so that by the time I get to the 15th there is something there to show. So beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So there we go, that was that one. My next one was my one on my scroll rods, which has not had any more stitching on, and that was MH1656 excuse me, my beloved's gift from Hands Across the Sea samplers. This is a long band sampler, can be done reversibly. We're trying, but not necessarily that's going to work out. I'm doing this on, have a look at my little wee notes. What's we got here? 40 count that I've dyed myself using, I'm doing the call for DMC threads. Only because it's such a big band sampler and I don't want to run out and not be able to match it up. So, this is all that I've got done. This was just my start, so I really do need to get back to it. We've got the little blue line here, and we've started doing the next zigzag, which is a double running stitch in that next layer. Once I think I fill in the satin stitches and that on there, that will start to stand out a bit more. And even in the all the photos and stuff of Nicola's stitching of this, it's quite faded at the top, so it gets darker as you get down. So, yeah, kind of hard to get photos of, but I love it, and that's definitely a long-term project one. Okay, my next one was Home Patchwork from Blackbird Designs. Been wanting to stitch this for such a long time, but for some unknown reason I always seem to push my Blackbird Designs. I've got books and books and books to the side for then, you know, something new. So I decided this time definitely not. Love it. So I'm stitching mine with pulled forward DMC threads on a piece of Vintage Country Mocha in 40 count. So this one did get a couple more threads in it. I filled in the 3 blackbirds down the side here, and that is it. That's all I got time to do that particular day that I pulled this up, but that's okay. One stitch at a time, we'll get them finished. Might be a slow finish, but we'll get there. So I love that. Can't remember what book that folder that one came out of, but we'll find it after. Okay, my next one is another one that I haven't retouched this fortnight. Another beautiful Hands Across the Sea samplers. Elizabeth Beaven, 1835. And this one is beautiful. Can't wait to get back to stitching this, but I know if I pick this up I'm going to keep going because whew. So this one has a lot of cross stitching in it, and then it has a lot of specialty stitches and a lot of freehand embroidery stitches, so can't wait. So here was my start. It was on 46 count Russian Caramel from number 12 Stitch Co. It's one of my favorites from them. And there was my start at the top, stitching with DMC threads. Beautiful. So like I said, didn't get to work on Elizabeth again, which is a bit of a shame, but that's all right. Okay, so next, that was where I've got to on all of those. Then I had Friday just been, so what was that, 29, 27, oh no, whatever Friday's date was, can't remember. So my next stash sampler start was a traditional sampler, which is this beautiful big, I would say it's more of a Dutch sampler, but she's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. She is out of the Family Circle cross stitch book, and this one was from 19 something as well, 1993. So older version, probably available in secondhand market, but there's some gorgeous things in this, guys. Right, so here is the big beautiful sampler. All right, I'm stitching this on 36 count. Not until I started stitching I thought this isn't 40, and then I was like, oh yeah, I haven't got a black line on it, so that's quite nice to have another 36. So here's my start. I started up in the top left hand. This is part of the border coming down, and this was the first start in the corner. I dyed the fabric myself. I wanted that real age mustardy yellowy colour. I'd call it a yellowy teriyaki, maybe, I don't know. It's beautiful. So love that. So got quite a bit done for my start on this, and I can't wait to get back to it. Here is all the beautiful DMC colours. A couple of them I stitched, and even on here, yeah, I'm still not too sure. I might have to darken them up, but I'm not actually too worried. I want to wait and see. But it's in the water, it won't be so bad. But they look brown when you look, or tan when you look at them in the camera. Oh, there you go. Quite nice. Now this is a bed sheet. This is not as big as what it's going to be, but I don't think it's going to be this wide. I pretty much just took the meter and just dyed the whole meter, because I thought, well, it doesn't actually give you measurements, of course, so I want to make sure you got plenty, and once I get down and across, I can trim up and use the rest for other bits and pieces. So there we go. That one was my start number 9. My start number 10, which is at number 11. I have to have a count up now, I can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that was number 9. Okay, so start number 10 is a chart a friend lent me over a year ago. I'm sorry I haven't stitched it yet, but she won't take long. And it was Rachel Sheard, 1900, and she was aged 82 when she stitched this. And this is from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. This is beautiful. Now it only takes 8 threads, 8 coloured threads to do this. So I pulled my silks and I didn't have enough. I was missing 4 colours, and I thought I'm not ordering 4 colours to go for it. So I'm going to do the DMC. And these are gorgeous colours. But here is my start. Now this is definitely on 40 count. On a cream. There we go. So we've come across the top, the green, started doing the zigzag stitching here, and this one here is the first little wee one here. So not too bad. Tiny start, but beautiful. So yes, that was my number 10 sneaky, number 10 stash sampler start. I'm pleased with my progress that I've made on all of them. And I look forward to stitching on them over the next year, as well as all of my other whips. I've got quite a few from previous year's stash sampler starts that I do need to pull in and get working on. Hence why I've set myself that goal of finishing the 5, so that I can start bringing some more in to be really regularly worked on, not just a little bit here and a little bit there. Okay, so I'm going to pause for a second and I'll be back. Okay, so 1st of October, I had a plain start with my friend Judith. I was gifted a chart that I'd been sought after for a very long time. I missed out on getting it when it was an exclusive with Traditional Stitches. And thank you, Heather, for the gift. Appreciate it. And Anne Morrison, 1830. Sorry, I've got a piece of tray here. I started then. You know, Anne Day will come home, so we had to have another Anne. I've got to at least have one on the go. And I'm sorry she's not an N with an E, but we'll forgive her. She's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm stitching mine on Antique Lace 46 count from number 12 Stitch Co. Here we go. Make sure I get it around the right way. And here's my little start from yesterday before I went to work. So this is the top row, straight stitch comes across, straight stitch comes across. This is the decaled, and then this one here starts and there's greenery and strawberries. Yes, strawberries are going to come down on this. So that's the start of row number 2. It's a little bit blowing out there, isn't it? Gorgeous though. I'm stitching her with the called for 103.6. So I'm really pleased with that. So 2 months, 1 day, there's 11 starts. So hence why I have to get some projects finished. Okay. Then is, oh my gosh, I've just seen my scissors. Found them. As I alluded to before, Christmas is here. Christmas is in the retail stores, both in New Zealand, Australia, all over the world. I'm imagining America definitely. I've seen lots of videos. Sorry, I just need a drink. So I've been itching to do Christmas stitching, and I always get this way about the middle of September, but I was determined to do my sampler stitching, which I've done, and I've been working on ornaments as well. I know, I don't sleep, don't worry about it. So what should we start with? Let's have a look. That's that one. Okay, let's start with ones that we were working on before. So I can't remember if, I think I had shown Deck the Halls. Yep, Deck the Halls from Hands On Designs. I'm pretty sure I showed you these 3 that I stitched last time. Oops, I'm just going to fold the fabric right so we can't see the other project. I'm pretty sure I have stitched on 32 count using DMC threads, the horse, the bird, and the angel. Now these are gorgeous. Can't wait to see what else Kathy comes out with for this year's Jingle Ball. Did you see the previews? Oh, I've got my eye on 4 classes so far. Oh dear. But love them, love the patterns, love them. So this was from Jingle Ball last year. Okay, so I think I did show you guys those. Okay, so the other project I worked on and finished were Tiny Modernist Stitches ornaments, all 3. The spool, the tomato, and the sewing machine. Stitched on the same piece of fabric. So the spool, tomato, and sewing machine. So they're all stitched. They all need to be completed ornaments. So there's another 6 ornaments to be fully finished to go up on the tree. And that's not all. Okay, so those are the ones you knew about. Oh, no, there's one more here that you knew about. Right, so I have been stitching Kelson's Christmas cone series. These ones here. And I've been procrastinating on it a little wee bit, and I decided the other night that I didn't want to finish it. So I changed it up a little wee bit. Now it's sitting in a hoop, and it's not going to stay in a hoop, but I needed to make sure it was going to fit the size round that I wanted it to go in. And I just turned what was to be the Believe cone here just into a big Believe sign, and added the stars, and I actually really like it. Now it's not, like I said, it's not going to stay in the hoop, but it will be in the I've got the mat board to finish into a round ornament, and I think that quite center stage on the tree will look really gorgeous. So I'm really pleased I've done that, and pleased I made that decision. The word Believe was the part that attracted me to this design, so I'm happy to have used the part that I liked. And this, you can do this, you don't have to do the full picture, the full design that the designer's done. You can use part and call it quits, or add it into whatever you want. So happy with Believe. So 40 count. Red Rose was what I stitched it on from number 12 Stitch Co. And I have plenty left. Ooh, there's a little square. Because if you've seen the Jingle Ball previews, oh my gosh, the Christmas pears. I'm ready. I've got my fabric. I'm ready. They will be stitched. I'm not even going to put that fabric away. It's going to sit next to my stitchy chair because I will be ordering those first, as well as my, you know, entry ticket. Okay, so in that pattern design, oh, you kind of can't see it on there. At the side, I believe there's a little wee tree. So I had a scrap and I made my little wee tree, and he will become an ornament. And this one was stitched on a piece of Midnight from Country Stitch, 40 count. So he's tiny, but waste not, want not. We can make that into a beautiful ornament. So 2 more ornaments to be fully finished. So that's 8. I'm just going to throw them on the couch. We're still not done yet. So the person that lent me the chart, it's done. It will be coming back to you. It's going in a, actually no, it doesn't need to go in that one. I need to put it in the other bag with the other one that needs to come back to you as well. Okay. So because I'd been thinking of Jingle Ball and I got excited, as I do. You know, guys all know I love Christmas. And I love Christmas stitching. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've got so many that I bought over the last 3 years. Is that how many it's been going? Every year. I've gone every year. And I haven't stitched a lot of them. So I pulled them out. Okay, so this one, I can't show you the chart. But it's called A Merry Jingle from Hands On Designs. It was a freebie from her last year, I think, but it came with her recipe. So that's it there in black and white. I stitched mine on 40 count. Actually, no, I didn't. This one's on 56. This is a tiny, like, here's the size of my hand. Or here's the size of this ball. And that gives you an idea of how big this little one is. And here it is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful bell. Done with the cone and greenery. So I can't wait to finish that off, but it's going to be tiny, tiny. You need different size ornaments on the tree. So what are we at? 3, 6, 7, 8. So ornament number 9. Still going. You can tell the stitchy bug hit. Ornament number 10. Hands On Designs. So this one was, I don't think it was a freebie. I think we had to buy it. And that was one I bought anyway. Merry Christmas. Sorry, it is black and white there, but it's actually done on a navy. So I pulled out, of course, my piece of Midnight 40 count from Country Stitch, and here we go. Beautifully. Love the colours, especially on the navy. She's gorgeous. So Merry Christmas, big red house, beautiful snowflakes and stars and all the greenery. Here we go. What did we say? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 finished ornaments in 2 weeks. Yep, Christmas bug is definitely here because there's still 2 more. No, they're not fully finished yet. Okay, these were from same thing, Jingle Ball. Be Minty. So mine is in black and white. I will insert, I've got a photo of the coloured. at the end, Be Minty from Heartstring Samplery. And I think these were purchased ones. This is the one I've started. I started this morning while I was waiting for the washing to finish so I could film, otherwise it's too noisy. And there we go. So I've done the red flowers on the outside, the green border. There's still some more red and the candy canes and all that to go in here. This has been stitched on eucalyptus, 40 count, from Country Stitch here in New Zealand. Catherine dyes beautiful fabric. When did I get these, Catherine? A couple of years ago? Yes, when we were there for Wellington Retreat. So I've got quite a few fat quarters of different coloured 40 counts, mostly for doing ornaments. So the colours in Be Minty are also used, so I can't remember which one came out first. I think Be Minty last year, year before, and then Be Spicy, which is this one, which has gingerbread men, bees, a house, etc. Flowers and all of that. This one came out this year, just been, so Christmas 2024, from Beth at Heartstring Samplery as well. So same colours, threads, gonna do it on the same fabric, and I'm hoping she'll come out with another one, so there's 3. And there is the colours, like literally. What do we got? Number 22 DMC, 21, 730, 3371, 420, 3828, and Ecru. That's it. She's beautiful. Oh, I know. So that will be another 2 in the next few days. I'm just going to pause for one moment. Alright, so there's a few more that I've worked on but I haven't finished. I started these a few years ago. Very Merry Trees from Rosewood Manor, and they're beautiful. So I had done 2 of them. Now this is just a piece of, oh my gosh, what did I stitch this on? 32 count. I know it's 32. It's a Zweigart. I did the Little House Needleworks Santa's Village series, which I'm actually going to stitch again. I've got it in long skinny ones, which you'll see at Christmas, but I actually want to do them as ornaments as well. I want to get them done. Anyway, sidetracked. Here's one that was finished. So it's 2 colours of DMC thread. No, 3, sorry. 3 shades of DMC thread. Not the red. 1, 2. Is it 2? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. No, 3. 3 shades of different blues and beads. So here we go. Here is Christmas Tree 1. Christmas Tree 2. So they're the 2 that were already done. Oops. Okay. And here is the one that I've been working on. Number 3. So at the moment I've done the 2 shades of darker blue, and I'm coming up with the real light colour, and then that has the beads I'm beading as I'm going, and then back down this way. So this one's not going to take long to finish either. So it's 3, well, 2.5 out of the 5 that you see on the front cover there. I don't think I can show you the other little pieces. There is also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other very small Merry Christmas ornaments in this brochure, plus you get 2 Christmas samplers if you want to do them as well. So if I show you real quick, boom. Seriously, look. Yeah. So sorry, just reading a message sideways. So yeah, love those. You could do them in any colours. I just want to do them in the blue. I like to bring different colours into my trees. I couldn't wait to get these going. So they've been, like I said, going for a couple of years now, so time they were finished. And there's quite a few. You're going to hear that from me all the way through this rest of this Christmas stuff. Okay, where are we going to put you? Over there. Rightio, so that next Christmas one I worked on was Mrs. Claus from x_little_stories on Etsy. Sorry, it's not a very good printout, but she's beautiful. So we got some more red done on her dress. This is the front of her dress. We've still got to do her head, and then we're going to do the back. Then we're going to do all her arms and everything else. So she's a big project to work on, and we will see how far we get. I'm not too stressed if I don't get her finished this year, but I would love to get at least 1/2 done. Ideally finished would be great, but no pressure. I've got lots of things I want to stitch on. Here's her beautiful colours. Isn't they gorgeous? Okay, so that was her. She had a couple of threads put into her, not a lot. Alright, so I also pulled out another project. It was started last year before Christmas and needs to be finished this year. And that is my Christmas cookbook. So I put a couple more threads into my North Pole Pizza, page 1 of it, well, number 4 page. Still not completed. We're getting there. Still got 4 more recipe pages to go underneath. But we'll get there. So I'm putting it on here because I want to finish it. Okay, the other one I pulled out and put a couple of threads into was, where's the box? Prairie House Scholar Semper's 12 Days of Christmas. So we're still on 1 to 4. How sad's this? This has been all year and we haven't actually got much stitching done. And we've still got the others. Because I've been planning. Here's all the DMC threads. Okay. 40 count. Yes, 40 count. So, what did I do on number 3? Oh, I finished off his. I put some more white stitching into him. I've still got 1 more hen to do up here and a little bit on the roof, so not a lot. And number 4, didn't get much done either. I think I put half a thread into him, so really probably shouldn't be showing you guys, but these need to be done. Seriously, I'm being serious, they need to be done. So it's 8, 9 still need to be stitched, and the reason why is I've started organising my, planning my Christmas decorating for this year, and there's going to be a couple extra trees. And they'll fit in, don't you panic, don't panic, they'll fit in. But I need that 12 Days of Christmas series finished to be able to do this plan. Okay, so the other project I pulled out and I need to work on, and it was Merry Christmas from Forest Embroidery. Now I've been stitching this for many years and I keep procrastinating and wanting to stitch everything else. Okay, so Forest Embroidery, Merry Christmas, and these are gorgeous. So these, I've finished the word Merry last year. Yep, last year. It's a beautiful fabric for the back, and I really want to get Christmas finished. So I need to stop procrastinating and get on with it. Here's the E. There's one R. And they jingle. Second R. And the Y. And those little angels on there are gorgeous. Okay, and here's my sad start on the word Christmas. I know, bad day. I need to stitch on these. This is probably what I should stitch on today. I'm going to do some sample stitching and then I'm going to stitch on the ornament later tonight. So yeah. L Forest Embroidery, Merry Christmas. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to go. I think it's the metallic. Like, I don't mind stitching metallic threads, but there's a lot of metallic in these. And I think that's kind of what puts me off a little wee bit. I know how hard it was to get through these ones. But they're just so beautiful. And they look so gorgeous up on the trees. So some have, it's all out of the same fabric, but some have white. Some have red on the back. Those ones have all got red parts on one. It's white. But I've got, what's the next one? I have got them all cut out, ready to go. My fabric is still in here. My finishing fabric as well. They're all done. Some of them have those star fabrics on the back because I didn't have enough of the other one. So they're literally, as soon as they're done, the finishing, the backing ones are already done. Oh no, I have done the C. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, I'm a letter ahead of myself. How exciting. What am I stitching on there? Oh dear, it's the little H. Okay, we're on H. Woo, look at that. I'm fast, eh? Can't believe that. Rightio, that one there is going on the couch. We need to work on those. Okay. And the other ones I want to finish. I know I have a pile that need finishing, but this is literally what's sitting in my whip bag for Christmas. Jolly Soul, Erica Michaels, Tiny and Gorgeous. I'm stitching on 40 count. Is it at the bottom? Yes it is. And this is where I'm at. Like, seriously. This will be 2 Christmases. It's the problem when there's so much comes out, you just want to get on with them. On with the new stuff. That's that one. Oh my gosh, my pattern looks terrible. Oh, that coffee spilled all over it. Little House Needleworks, the Sampler Tree Ornament Series. Sorry about the glare. This is the Deer Valley Inn, and honestly, that's all I've stitched. And same, this bag was at the bottom of the wardrobe. So these guys haven't been seen the daylight, those ones, for a couple of years. So they need to be done. Okay, my other ones I want to finish this year. I have stitched part of JBW Designs Christmas series. Bristol stocking and the Danish stocking. I've stitched these guys. And they are there. Okay. So I still have Enchanted Village stocking and a Quaker stocking to stitch. Got plenty of fabric, plenty of thread. I still need to do a stitches stocking. I haven't done that one. It's odd. And two more, which is the sampler one, sampler stocking 2, and then the Red Collection series. Plus I've got the other ones, the new ones that, oh not new, they're reprinted into one booklet. All of those to finish as well, let alone all the new start things and side tracks I want to do. I call them that. So yeah, can't wait to get back to that. I have plenty on here because the next one will go in that gap. So yes, it looks funny, different shapes, and I probably need to leave quite as much gap in between, but she'll be right. And if not, we'll put them on something different. So that is some of my forward stitching that will be happening. I also have all of this is just from Jingle Ball, and a lot of these I haven't started stitching yet, and I really do want to. You know, Teresa's Kogut did some beautiful samplers, centres last year, and they haven't come out. I haven't stitched those yet. There's just so many. What else was there? Tiny Modernist, Santa and Mrs. Claus again. We have to have those. They were 2 years ago. Haven't stitched them yet. So yes, lots of stitching to be done. Lots of samplers, lots of Christmas. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Whew, I'm tired. I don't know about you. So, one stitch at a time. We'll get the samplers finished because that's a big goal. We need to get that done. Christmas itch needs to be dealt with, and we need to just keep working on those. Got that big pile that's now going to live in the living room. Oh, scare me. Until they are done. Stash sampler starts. Apart from the red Louisa, the rest of them will probably go away. They might come out every now and then between now and the end of the year, but they will possibly not because of the Christmas stitching that needs to be done. I think that is pretty much it. This is going to be a long one. This is going to take a long time to edit, a long time to upload. But thank you guys. Thank you so much if you've made it to the end in my crazy brain. It is a little bit loopy in there some days, trust me. But I'm excited for what I got done with my samplers. I'm excited to get these 5 samplers finished this year. I'm pushing to do that, so they will be seen every floss tube, those 5. And I have all of those ornaments that I want to stitch. Also have that pile I showed you last time, not last time, time before, a couple of times ago, that I need to finish finishing. Because we need to fill those trees, don't we? So, happy stitching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.